Here we have a reading assessment question, and we're told to consider a random variable x that is normally distributed. So there are some things from the reading here that I want to point out. So here are those two main ideas that you found in the reading of this section. First of all, if a random variable x is normally distributed, the distribution of the sample mean is also normally distributed. And that helps us answer part 1 of this problem. Next, if the random variable x is normally distributed, so the sampling distribution of x bar will also be normally distributed. First, technically we verify that the sample size is less than 5% of the population size. And I don't think we're asked about that in this particular problem, but we're going to use these next two parts. The mean of the sampling distribution is the same as the mean of the population. So these two means are equal. The standard deviation of the sampling distribution, notice that it has a little small x bar there, is equal to the standard deviation of the population divided by the square root of the sample size. So in part B, let me minimize these first. So in part B, it says the mean of the random variable is 60. What's the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample mean? It's also 60. And as the sample size n increases, what happens to the standard error is the standard error of the mean decreases. There was even a video example that the author walked you through where they did a simulation showing that. For this last part, I'm going to come back to our given formulas that we had here. We're asked if the standard deviation of the random variable of x is 25 and a random sample size n equals 19 is obtained, what's the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample mean? You're going to rely on these two formulas heavily in this particular section because you're looking at, quite often, you're looking at the sampling distribution of the sample mean, where the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample mean is the same as the mean of the population, and the standard deviation of the sample mean is sigma over the square root of n. And this sigma is, in this case, that 25. And the n is that population size, 19. Just be careful here because this particular one asks us to type in an exact answer using radicals as needed. I believe more often, though, in the actual assignment, the homework assignment, you'll be typing that into your calculator and getting decimal approximation.